Right, quick answers video for The Sheep Pig. I like this book. It was a bit from a book that I had when I was little. It's a Dick King-Smith book. You might have seen the film version of it, which is called Babe, because the American version of the book's called Babe. Anyway, so let's read the story first. So Farmer Hoggett has been sent by his wife to deliver her cakes to the produce stall at the village fete. As he gets there, he hears a loud squealing noise and decides to investigate. When he had driven down to the village and made his delivery to the produce stall, Farmer Hoggett walked across the green, past the hoop-glass stall, and the coconut shy, and the Aunt Sally, and the skittles, and the band, to the south, to the source of the squealing noise, which came every now and again from a small pen of hurdles in a far corner, against the churchyard wall. By the pen sat the vicar, notebook in hand, a cardboard box on the table in front of him. On the hurdles hung a notice: "Guess my weight, 10 pence a go." Inside was a little pig. As Farmer Hoggett watched, a man leaned over and picked it out of the pen. He hefted it in both hands, frowning and pursing his lips in a considering way, while all the time the piglet struggled madly and yelled blue murder. The moment it was put down, it quietened. Its eyes, bright, intelligent eyes, met the farmer's. They regarded one another. One saw a tall, thin, brown-faced man with very long legs, and the other saw a small, fat, pinky-white animal with very short ones. "Ah, come along, Mr. Hoggett," said the vicar. "You never know, he could be yours for 10 pence. Guess his weight correctly, and at the end of the day you could be taking him home." "Don't keep pigs," said Farmer Hoggett. He stretched out a long arm and scratched his back. Gently he picked it up and held it before his face. It stayed quite still and made no sound. "That's funny," said the vicar. "Every time so far that someone's picked him up he's screamed his head off. He seems to like you. You'll have to have a guess." Carefully Farmer Hoggett put the piglet back in the pen. Carefully he took a 10 pence from his pocket and dropped it in the cardboard box. Carefully he ran one finger down the list of guesses already in the vicar's notebook. "Quite a variation," said the vicar. "Anything from 20 pounds to 40 so far." He wrote down "Mr. Hoggett" and waited, pencil poised. Once again, slowly, thoughtfully, the farmer picked the piglet up. Once again it remained still and silent. £31, said Farmer Hoggett. He put the little pig down again. "And a quarter," he said. 31 1/4 pounds. Thank you, Mr. Hoggett. We shall be weighing the little chap in about 4:30. Be gone by then. Ah, well, we can always telephone you, and if you should be lucky enough to win him. Never win nothing. As he walked back across the green, the sound of the pigs yelling rang out as somebody else had a go. "You never win anything," said Mrs. Hoggett at tea time, when her husband, in a very few words, had explained the matters. "Though I've often thought I'd like a pig. We could feed him on scraps. He'd come just right for Christmas time. Just think, 2 nice hams, 2 sides of bacon, pork chops, kidneys, liver, chitterlings, trotters, save the blood for black pudding. Well, there's the phone." Father Hoggett picked it up. "Oh," he said. Okay. Whoops. 2 fingers to scroll. There we go. So, question 1. Look at the opening paragraph. Name 2 things that Father Hoggett walks past as he crosses the green. Okay, it says name 2 things. Father Hoggett passes far more than 2 things, so you need to have an answer that contains not 1, but 2 things. So the things that you can have as an option are the produce stall. Oh no, he's going to, the produce stall. The hoopla stall. The coconut shy. The Aunt Sally, which I guess is a game of some sort. The skittles. The band. We must go through the churchyard. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different options, but you need to put 2 of them, not 7 and not 1. Okay, next question. What is making the squealing noise? It's a pig. And it says that inside the little pig. How much does it cost to guess the weight of the pig? Now, if you're careful here, because the word pounds is used a lot, but it's not talking about money. When it says pounds in this piece of writing, it's talking about weight. It's an old alternative to kilograms. For 10 pence. So 10 pence, 10p is what it costs to have a go. Be careful you don't see all the pounds on this page and think that it costs a few pounds for a go. Why does the vicar say that the pig seems to like Father Hoggett? Well, the pig goes quiet when he picks him up. So you need to have written something that says, because the pig went quiet when Farmer Hoggett picked him up. What's inside the cardboard box on the table? How do you know? I think this is one of the most tricky questions they've done. When you look at the picture, the box looks quite big, and you could imagine that it's got the pig in it, but it's not. The pig is in the hurdles. Hurdles is like little fences up against the wall. The box is something different. Now, there's a cardboard box in front of the vicar, but it doesn't say what's in the cardboard box at that point. But it's definitely not the pig because he's in the hurdles. He's in the little pen. Find out here. Carefully, he took a 10 pence from his pocket and dropped it in the cardboard box. So, unless he's being weird and just throwing money into a random box, that box must be the place where they're collecting the money. So I think that's basically just their collection box. So, what's in the box? The money that people are donating to have a go at this competition. How do you know? Because Farmer Hoggett puts 10 pence in it. How much does Farmer Hoggett guess the pig's weight? Okay, first of all he says £31, but then he says and a quarter. So your answer needs to be 31 and a quarter pounds. If you put £31, it's not right. You didn't read far enough ahead. Why does Mrs. Hoggett think it'd be a good idea to have a good thing to have a pig? She'd like to eat it. Whoops. Specifically, I think she'd like to eat it at Christmas. Yeah, this last paragraph here. It talks about eating the pig. It talks about the ham and the chops and the bacon. So, why does Mrs. Hoggett think that it'd be a good thing to have a pig so they could eat it at Christmas? What evidence is there that Farmer Hoggett likes the pig? Give 2 reasons. Well, Father Hoggett does things carefully when he puts the piglet back in his pen. He gently picks it up. He looks at him slowly, thoughtfully, or picks him up. So I think his actions show that that he likes the pig. Where's the question again? What evidence shows that the Farmer Hoggett likes the pig? Give 2 reasons. I think we'd have to say that Farmer Hoggett seems quiet and thoughtful. Oh no, ignore me. He picks it up gently. He puts it in the pen carefully. So those show that he likes it. Anything else? Blah, blah, blah. You know that the pig likes him because it doesn't scream. So I think that gently and carefully, those are probably our best bits. I think somewhere he scratches the pig on the back, doesn't he? Yeah, he stretched out an arm and scratched its back. So one thing we can say is he scratched the pig's back, and the other one is that he treats it very carefully and gently. What impression do you get that Farmer Hoggett? Explain fully, referring to the text in your answer. Well, I think we get the impression he's a quiet, thoughtful man because he uses words like carefully and slowly and thoughtfully, and because he doesn't talk very much. So I think something along that kind of quiet, thoughtful, careful man, and then your evidence would be the words like carefully, slowly, and thoughtfully. Do you think Farmer Hoggett will win the pig? Well, that's up to you. Do you think he will? Personally, I think he will, because that's how these sorts of stories work. You know, someone says they don't want a pig, but they appear to be the star of the program. They're probably going to win a pig. Plus, I've seen the film and read the book. But whatever you do, as long as you have given reason, so it doesn't matter if you said yes, no, or maybe, as long as you have given a good reason here. And I can't tell you what your reason will be. That's just up to you to write what you think you can. Okay, right. Hopefully those are some answers, and you'll understand where you've gone right and where you've gone wrong.